Fresh Vietnamese spring rolls are easier than you think. Plus, you'll love our 2-ingredient dipping sauce. Check these out. Hey everybody, it's Natasha, NatashasKitchen.com. Today we're making spring rolls. These are healthy, crisp, so fresh, plus they're simple to make. We're gonna start with the shrimp and have everything prepped and ready to go before we start rolling them. This is everything you need to know to make the best homemade spring rolls. So let's get started. Plus, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to our channel to get notifications every time we post a new recipe. We're gonna boil our own shrimp because they taste so much better. Peel and devein 1 pound of large shrimp. Put the shells in a medium saucepan along with 1 tablespoon of garlic salt, half a teaspoon of black pepper, and a bay leaf. Add 8 cups of cold water and bring that to a boil over medium-high heat. Once it boils, add all of the shrimp at once and simmer it until they're pink. This takes just 2 to 3 minutes depending on the size of your shrimp. Just as soon as they're cooked through, immediately transfer them to a bowl of ice water to stop the cooking process. Boiling shrimp at home is so fast and so easy. Set those aside to cool completely while you prep the noodles. You'll need 3 to 4 ounces of vermicelli rice noodles or angel hair rice noodles. Cook those according to the package instructions until they're tender. What I like to do is fill a saucepan with water, bring it to a boil, then add the noodles, turn off the heat, and let them sit in hot water for about 5 to 7 minutes or until they're softened. Once the noodles are done, drain them in a colander and rinse with cold water to stop the cooking process. Then you want to set them aside and just let them drain well. I will link to this colander in the recipe notes. It's one of my favorite kitchen tools. Alright, our noodles are well drained and our shrimp is cooled down. We're gonna go ahead and cut the shrimp in half lengthwise. I find it's easiest to do this using a serrated knife. And it's faster and safer to do it over a cutting board. If you've done a good job deveining your shrimp, you should not see any veins inside the shrimp. If you do see any traces of a vein, just go ahead and rinse the cut portion under cold water. Now we're gonna move on to prepping the vegetables. I love that fresh spring rolls are packed with crisp, fresh veggies. You can use either 3 to 4 fresh garden cucumbers, small ones like these, or you can use half of a large English cucumber. Julienne the cucumber into thin slices, and I like to leave the cucumber skins on for a little extra crunch. Next, peel 2 carrots. You'll want to either julienne them or grate them on a box grater, and I love this julienne slicer. I will link to it in the notes. Since this recipe yields about 15 spring rolls, you'll need 15 lettuce leaves. We're using a butter lettuce, which is a tender leaf lettuce. Sometimes it's called Boston lettuce or Bibb lettuce. If you have larger leaves, you can cut them into 2. Just make sure to remove that thick stem in the center. The stems will make it difficult to roll your spring rolls, which is why I like to remove them. Alright, we have 15 pieces of lettuce. Now our last bit of prep, you want to have some coarsely chopped fresh cilantro. A little cilantro goes a long way. I'm using about half of a small bunch of cilantro. To assemble these, we'll need to hydrate our rice paper sheets. Fill a round dish like this pie pan with very warm water. You want it to be wide enough to hold an 8.5-inch diameter rice paper. Working with 1 sheet at a time, submerge the sheet in warm water for 10 to 15 seconds or until it feels soft and flimsy. You also don't want to over-soak it or it will be hard to work with. Keep an eye on it, and the timing will depend on the temperature of your water. If your water is warmer, it will soften faster. Place your wet spring roll wrapper over a lightly wet cutting board. Add a lettuce leaf in the bottom half of the spring roll wrapper, then add a generous pinch of rice noodles. Top that with some cucumber slices, your julienned carrots, some sprigs of cilantro, and now we're gonna add the shrimp. Place 3 halves of shrimp with the cut side up on the top half of the wrapper. You want them to be visible when the spring roll is wrapped up. Keeping a tight roll, start wrapping from the bottom, then fold in the sides over the shrimp and finish rolling the spring roll. Transfer your finished rolls to a serving platter. All right, and it's super important to keep those covered as you're rolling them so that those rice paper wrappers don't dry out, okay? Now, I'm about to make a whole lot of spring rolls, and really, once all of your ingredients are prepped and ready to go, these are so quick and easy to roll up and make. But I'm hungry, and I'm really craving one of these spring rolls. To serve these, what I really like to do is cut them in half on the diagonal. That way you can see inside and see all those yummy top or fillings. Look at that. Yeah. And I love how the shrimp just kind of curls around it. That's why it's a smart idea to cut them in half like that. And also you can make a whole lot more spring rolls. Look at that. So tempting. This is one of my favorite summer treats. Okay, cut the next one in half too, because I fully intend to eat both of these as my snack. Taste test. That's what I'm talking about. Now, the sauce. I want to share with you 2 different sauces, and you can pick whichever one you like because they're both amazing. If you want to go for more of a traditional sauce, we have this one right here. It is a Vietnamese dipping sauce. It's fresh, it's light, and super flavorful. In a mixing bowl, combine 1/3 cup of water, 1/4 cup of fish sauce, and this is the kind that I use. Also, 1/4 cup of granulated sugar. Then squeeze in 2 tablespoons of fresh lime juice. Make sure you use freshly squeezed and not from concentrate. Also add 2 teaspoons of rice white vinegar. Then 2 teaspoons of garlic chili sauce or chili garlic sauce. Add 2 grated garlic cloves, or you can use a garlic press. Then add 1 tablespoon of shredded carrot, and last but not least, 1 tablespoon of sesame oil. Just whisk that together until it's well combined and it's ready to serve. Or you can use our 2-ingredient peanut sauce. This is the same peanut sauce that we use for our lettuce wraps. It couldn't be any easier. We have loved this for years, so if you want a shortcut recipe for a great sauce, check this out. All you need is Newman's Own ginger dressing and some creamy peanut butter. And try to get the one that's no stir because it combines a little easier. Basically, combine 1 cup of the ginger dressing with 2 heaping tablespoons of peanut butter. Then put that into a mason jar, cover it with the lid tightly, shake, 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 shake until it is creamy and smooth. So we're gonna taste test both of them. Here we go. Okay, now time for the Dunkaroo. I'm so excited. I'm just really hungry. It's late. It's 2:30 and we haven't had lunch, okay? Okay, here we go. A little dunk. We'll start with the traditional Vietnamese dipping sauce. And my friend Adrienne is the one that showed me how to make this sauce. She did an Asian night at her house and I brought the spring rolls and she made the sauce and I just fell in love with it. It's so good. Oh. I love that the veggies in here are so fresh and crunchy when you bite into it. You can really taste that cilantro. Don't skip it. It's like that little secret ingredient that makes these next level fresh. And the boiled shrimp in here, cooking it the way I showed you, produces the best boiled shrimp. It's also a great way to make shrimp for a shrimp cocktail, just saying. Yum, everything about this is good and so satisfying. And then the noodles, cooked to perfection. This is so good, so fresh. Okay, and now I wanna try the peanut sauce. Here we go, little Dunkaroo. We'll get another one so I'm not double dipping. Okay, look at that, so creamy, so smooth. This dressing has all the great Asian flavors mixed into it. So you just need to get 2 ingredients instead of 10 to make a sauce. I love it. That's like signature in my kitchen. I will take the shortcuts when I can. I cannot wait to finish these, but I gotta make a whole bunch more. So that's what I'm gonna do because my husband is hungrily looking my way as I'm enjoying these delicacies. I hope you guys love this Vietnamese spring roll recipe. It's gonna become a new favorite. I'm telling you. I guess we'll see you next time.
Mom, this is you. Mom, this is
Those are my cucumbers.
This is you.
Okay.
This is me.
Okay, can you train me on that move?
Mom, look.
So,
Is it appropriate at least?
yeah.
Mom, look.
Okay,
It's called a dab.
ready?
No, Mom, watch. You put your hands like
Come
this.
a little closer to me.
Like just above this eyebrow.
Diana, I need those cucumbers.
A
Here,
little bit higher. What's up, guy?
come closer to me. Ready?
Wait, what about Diana?
Diana, get out of the way so David doesn't eat you in the head.
Go.
You too? Okay, everybody. Okay, ready? Everybody yeet. Ready? I don't even know what this means. Diana, stop please. Ready? 1,
3,
2, 1.
go.
Okay, bye.